A big part of Weekly 50 is me simply learning from my own successes and failures and mistakes and just my own photographic journey, so to speak. And this photo is directly the result of me learning from a previous picture I've taken. In November of 2022, I took a picture almost in the exact same location, almost at the same time of day. It was a slightly different subject, but back then it was a mug of tea, and in this one, it's a jar of sugar. I've actually since transitioned from tea to coffee, and I keep this little jar of sugar for my coffee. I put about slightly over 1 teaspoon of coffee or of sugar in my coffee, and this is often sitting out on the counter. And so I was sitting with my son on a Saturday morning. He was eating breakfast. I was reading something, and I look over, and the sun is coming through the window, and it was casting this, or is creating this super cool backlight in this jar of sugar. And it's almost like the sugar itself is glowing. And it's this really cool effect. And I only had just a few minutes because the sun crests really fast in the morning. And when you have like this nice golden sunrise lighting, it's gone pretty quick. So I ran to get my camera and I set it up almost exactly like I had before with that mug of tea, and got the shot that you see here. And there's a couple of things I really like about this. There's number one, I really like the lighting on the jar of sugar. The fact that it almost feels like it's glowing. I like the angle of the sugar. That was not planned by me. It just did that. I guess that was just how it was sitting in the jar. So I must have tipped it at some point to get some sugar out with a spoon. And then I like the back, the highlights in the back. I think it's reflecting off of some dishes in the dish rack. And whatever it is, it looks really cool. At least I think it does. I shot this at f3, 1/80th of a second, ISO 160. There was plenty of light to get a nice clean picture. And I'm super happy with it. And I kind of want to revisit this again. See what else I can stick on the counter on a Saturday morning to get a cool picture that is inspired by the original, which I will hopefully keep creating variations on for a while, just because it's kind of a cool thing to do.